check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. Checking 1 2 3. Watching the 77 Samuel Fontaine at 28, Ben Dunn, the 82 of Travis and Zidlow, as I'm doing a micro check to make sure the audio's all sounding good when it comes to the race trucks and me. Did some resetting of some stuff here this week, so let's see how it sounds. I didn't get enough of what I heard there, but watching the 28 there and the 71 there, Ford right behind him in there, just a battle for the position. And there's drifting down the front straightaway as usual. That'll bring out the caution. Alright, turn myself down just a little bit. I think we're good to go. Audio should sound pretty good on everything. Appreciate Mr. Zero Tuning watching. Good to see you out here. And should have a pretty fun race here tonight, I think. So something you guys didn't know, I'm also the admin tonight, or going to be reading the rules and stuff off to the league. So I'm going to jump down here real quick and we're going to do a pit party, I think. We have 20 cars, nice. All right, guys, welcome in tonight. Race number 7 for USRC here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Appreciate those who made their debut last week and came back this week. That means we did something right, so we appreciate you guys making a return this evening. I must have scared Ben off, but anyways. Got about 20 minutes left. Mike, that looked like it hurt. If you want to, let's bring it down. Let's do a pit party here so we can kind of get used to being around each other on track again. A little bit of a short track tonight, so why don't we come down here and get an old pit party going, please? And shall we roll off at 45 mile an hour, 2x2? And yeah, I'll just I'll call pace cars off and we'll go from there. But got about 20 minutes left, so figured to get this in now. If anybody in here needs the stream link or whatever, let me know. I'll get it to them, but it is up on YouTube. Just look up Captain TV, slide down about literally a quarter of the channel, and you'll see mine, not the other guys. But just let me know. All right, yeah, you guys can roll off 2x2. 45 is the speed limit. Just double up, and what I'll do is I'll say pace cars in, and when that happens, leader, you may go at that point. Just so that it kind of keeps the mysterious of the start there. Ben, you and Travis, the only thing missing on your paints tonight are Little Debbie's sponsorship. I love it. All right, pace car is in. Ooh, Ford impaled the wall. Now we got a broken pen. So. Ow, that looked like an angle. I guess my mic's on still.
Next week, USRC heads back to where it all began, Daytona International Speedway. But this time, we're not here for the oval, because we're taking it to the road course, which should be some fantastic racing without the twists and turns that this road course has to offer. The only question I've got, who's going to end up in victory lane this week?
It is round number 7 of USRC's Truck Series Season number 5 at Music City, USA. Welcome to Nashville, and 125 laps of action tonight around this awesome track that still has a lot of configurations to work on when it comes to our graphics and stuff. There's still no track picture or anything like that, but just know it is an oval. And tonight, just shy of 0.6 of a mile, we will see 65-degree weather, track temp at 67 right now, a little bit of humidity, about 52%, 3-mile-an-hour winds, and partly cloudy skies tonight as we get ready for some 125 laps of action. I am the captain. Welcome in as we get ready to do some racing here on this, again, 0.6 mile track, as we got some trucks out here doing some qualifying right now on the speedway. And should be a pretty fun night of racing. As you know, we ran the Snowball Derby, that race has been in my head for a while. The All-American 400 race, part of the Captain Invitational here just a few months back. And, well, tonight we're going to do some trucking here at this awesome track that a lot of us wish would be hosting NASCAR races next year. But instead it will be the Super Speedway, quote-unquote, over in just east of the city here, about 40 miles. So I'm unable to get you a graphic with the points. So what I did was I ad-libbed a little bit and just copy and pasted the points into Paint. And here you go. Here's the point standings right now as we go into round number 7 of the championship after Chicagoland Speedway last week. Cody Beatty, he leads the points by 10 over Drift. Thomas Harmon, 18 back. Cedric Ingram and Sean Peachin, your top 5, all 30 back. You see the tight points pretty tight all the way down. Now, there are 2 drop races at the end of the season. Actually, at race number 10, I will put those points, yeah, obviously I don't need that now, into play, and you'll be able to gain a little bit, especially if you missed a race or 2 or had bad races. That's basically what that's there for, is kind of to forgive people of having a bad race when it is all said and done. So let's take a look real quickly and see where everybody is qualifying right now. Caitlin Height, the 69 truck, she is on the pole right now with Kevin Anderson making his second start on the season there. And the number 81, he is on the outside pole right now. Justin Gann, who had a fantastic run going last week at Chicagoland, unfortunately got caught up in some action. He is right now P number 3 alongside Samuel Fontaine, who is making his debut tonight. The Canadian driver in the 77 going to start 4th. It looks like Brandon Hughes 5th. Drift out there, and looks like Cody Beatty's going to go on track here. So let's wreck with the point leader, I guess. Literally. He just wrecked off turn 4. And he did get a lap in 19.3, so he will be 11th right now. In that second lap, that'll be it. So lights are coming on, though, here at Nashville. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday evening. It is Saturday, right? I don't even know what day it is anymore after all the craziness I've been going through with work and stuff like that, but definitely been worth it when it's all over with. Tried to run the 87s a bit ago at Richmond. Unfortunately, didn't have a good finish with the gear jammers. Hopefully, you were watching that on the stream, and yeah, hopefully you had a good time with that. But otherwise, getting ready for some great racing here. About 10 minutes away, they will start to grid, and we will get underway here for 125 laps of action around this track. And I would interview the pole sitter, but she doesn't talk. Let's just put it like that. So we will go from there, and we'll get ready to grid them up here for 125 laps. And also an announcement. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there here tonight, by the way. When is the first Captain Invitational race of 2021 going to happen? I will have that announcement for you very, very shortly. All right. But right now, let's focus on the race, and what is coming up here is starting with the starting lineup for tonight's Nashville 125-lap race. Caitlin Height, the New England driver, she will start on the pole. 18.7, again, reminder, a little less horsepower in these trucks, so you're not going to see full fast times here, but these trucks still hauling the mail around here. Kevin Anderson will start second there. Justin Gann, Samuel Fontaine will start third and fourth on the grid. Brandon Hughes, the Floridian, will start next to Jacob Gladulich, or Drift as we know him as. Michael Steffen, Travis Zidlow will start there 7th and 8th. Ben Pierce, another Georgia driver, will start next to Ben Dunn. So the Ben's locking down row number 5. Row number 6, you see Cody Beatty. There is your point leader. He'll start alongside Cameron Ingram, who's had some great runs here the last few weeks. Thomas Harmon, he'll start alongside the 21 of Sean Peachin. Good to see Chris Evans watching us tonight. Hello, sir. Sam Niederhelm, he'll start alongside Cedric Ingram. Dave Rowe, Joe Petrick, all these guys did not qualify tonight. Ford, I should say, and James Wilms, Zach Kalinin, and Ralph Fasano will wrap up the 22-car grid for this race. And I'm going to take a minute real quickly to talk with the drivers because somebody's got to go over the rules for the race. All right, guys, welcome in. 125 laps here at Nashville. Cautions are on, obviously. We'll have one reset and 3 sets of tires in the pits this evening. As per usual, leaders start on green. You do have lane choice, leader. You can start on the pace car once all 4 wheels pull off on restarts tonight. Please stay to the right on pit road. Obviously, coming on the pit road is going to be a little tricky, so just be aware of that. Be a little patient coming in. Make sure you're within 5 stalls as you enter into your pit stalls and out, because we do have an admin that will be checking over that, and there are penalties for those who do not cooperate with that on track. So just be aware of that. Go out here, be respectful, guys. Put on a good show. Obviously, I'm broadcasting up here in the booth, and I think I've covered everything that is to mention. If I haven't, Dave or somebody will update you guys, but otherwise, have fun, and the winner gets a fake jukebox. Oh, okay. All right. I have no clue what he's talking about. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. Never mind. All right. Pace car pulls off. We're going to go racing 125 laps here at Nashville. And we're green. Katie gets a real good start on Anderson. And Justin up there dooring him already. Short tracking. Oh, and a 28's around. Ben Dunn in the wall. That didn't take long. Oh, and Anderson's up there sliding up the track. I'm not calling him Randy. Let's see what happens to the 28. He's able to get it going. I see the 80 also. Ben Pierce involved. And first caution on track here early. See a couple trucks getting loose here, it looks like, off the corner. Did the 80 push up, maybe? It's a good time for me to already go to rear chase. Bada boom. And that is not the right truck here. That's Cody Beatty. Let's go here to Ben Pierce. Oh, we might have been on Ben Violence here. All those bumps got him. And he makes a contact, unfortunately, 80 into the 28. Those bumps in turn 1 are very, very tricky. And I see the 60 gets a piece of it. Otherwise, just a 2-truck accident, really. I'm sure one Ben's going to be mad at the other, and the other Ben's apologizing to the other. But that Christmas tree is taking a little bit of a beating there. Hopefully not much damage there on the 28. He'll get that fixed and get back out there, but a tough start for him on this early evening here. They do have the one reset. Most of them will probably save it for now. All right, so I guess since we're going to get the first caution out of the way, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it real quickly. January is going to be the first of 12 races that will be hosted, at least 12, I'm going to say. There's no guaranteed amount of races I'm going to host, but there's going to be at least 12 that will be hosted as part of the Captain Invitational. Now, here's the fun part that's going to make the Captain Invitational even better next year. Next year, it is going to turn into a complete series. Where basically it is going to be points and all that good stuff involved, and we will crown a champion of the Captain Invitational Series at the end of 2021. Of course, every month, as I said, there will be at least a race. There could be more than one race in a month. There's no telling. Just whatever I can come up with and whatever races we can do, that is what's going to happen. So there's a little tease just to say what's going to happen in January. Will be the start of a series called the Captain Invitational Series. But right now we're going to go back to racing at lap number 4 here in Nashville. Caitlin Height going to lead Justin Gann now, who's second, and Kevin Anderson up in third. I keep thinking Randy Anderson, who was actually a former referee in wrestling, who I believe passed away. But back to racing. Here we go. Is Sam Niederhelm going to come off pit road? And let's see, this time everybody gives each other a little bit of room. Backstretch really tight. Great racing back here already. See the 82 of Travis Atzillo. Who else is in there? Michael Steffens in that picture. You also got the 1 of Cameron Ingram. You got the 21 is in there, Sean Peachin. All these guys just trying to get some reps in here. Oh, net code! And the 82 goes around. Definitely some net code in this one. Look at that. Oh my gosh. You can see the net code from here. Caution out for the second time, and unfortunately both the teammates in the 28 and 82 have gone around. Get a better view from Mike's truck here. Oh yeah, that is huge net code. Look at that. There's a good, foot of space right there? And whammo, truck goes sideways. That Moneymaker team, unfortunately, victims of that one. 21's going to get a piece of it. Thomas Harmon looks like it's going to be okay. This is only going to be a 2-truck wreck, maybe. Caution out for the second time. Zacalina lap down. A couple other trucks coming to pit road here, either to get damage fixed, top off fuel, or whatever. All right, how's everybody doing this Saturday evening? Appreciate the viewers watching tonight. If you want to chat, feel free to say what's up or talk or whatever. I'm here. I like chatting with people. I'm a nice guy. Most of the time. All these trucks off to a little bit of a shaky start with 2 cautions. The second one, I'm not going to blame anyone for. That one was just straight up net code. So Netcode making a quick appearance in this race, but everybody else going to get damage fixed on these trucks, and get back out there, as this is, again, race number 7 of the series. It's a 12-race series. Again, 2 drop weeks. So only 10 of the 12 races count for these guys when it's over with. And basically what a drop week is, for those who don't know, is basically your 2 worst finishes or 2 missed races. Whatever is your worst amount of points that night will get deleted. It's like the race never happened. And we'll crown a champion. It's kind of a way to forgive people for, not being able to race or whatever, because we all have real life issues. That could happen, and you might have to miss a race, like JW tonight's not here. He's studying for a test right now for college. I won't go too much into his business, but just sharing that. Real life's more important than racing. And here we go. Lap number 13, we go back to green. Ooh, 81 pouncing off the wall there in turn 2. Very easy to do here. First side-by-side battle going to be right here with Kevin Anderson. Brandon Hughes there, the Floridian down on the bottom at 111 truck. Got to be very careful with the bumps in turn 1. They will kick a truck sideways, and if you get into somebody, obviously you're going to have mayhem like you saw in that first caution. Good short track racing right here. 14 up there in the high groove. That's drift. You got the 21 shot Peachin. There's, slide job. Peachin cleared himself there on Harmon. And then catches the wall that time around. There's Michael Steffen in the 9th position. Getting inside of Cameron Ingram, going to make the pass there. Caitlin Height has set sail, about a second lead over Justin Gann. They're in at number 30. Everybody's starting to get into a rhythm, it looks like here. As we ride with Cameron Ingram. Look how tight he got with Steffen there. Track widens out, then all of a sudden will shrink back up pretty much. You almost slide right up to that wall. Down into turn 1, very bumpy and abrasive corners. Look at there, 21 had to get out of it. That checks up to 669. Got to be very patient with the throttle, even with the 95% engine power. James Williams up here in the 12. Oh, drift kind of clipping the wall a little bit there. No harm, no foul. A little kiss. Oh, and the one leans on drift. And this is going to be bad. Third caution out, and kind of a big one. And unfortunately, my replay's not working that way unless some reason my replays aren't showing the wreck. So thankfully, we've seen the first 3 so far. But watch real closely. Drift just gets out of shape here, and I think that's just tight. I think the one just kind of misjudges there, and everybody just piles in. Unfortunately, not able to get checked up. At least 4 cars are involved. James Williams on pit road. But the third caution comes out here real early in this race. Cody Beatty on pit road. He was involved in the wreck, so Ben Dunn in there getting damage fixed. Williams in there getting damage fixed. That's the third caution of the night already here. Let's check on the point leader, Cody Beatty. Yeah, you see the rear end kind of, that truck's all around. It's kind of torn up. So actually the top 2 in points were involved in that wreck. Cody Beatty and Jake Gladulich. So both point leaders, first and second, involved. So we'll have to see now how that's going to affect the points here. See Cody, he's filled out the information that you can fill out as part of this app that I'm going to send out to the league members, I think, this week. But down here in the bottom left corner, you see where Cody Beatty put SKC Motorsports / Ford Racer Motorsports. in the 78. I think shorten that, we can go SKCMFRM. So Drift still on pit road. James Wilms still on pit road. So they're going to be multiple laps down. Zach Kalinin, he is just getting off pit road here. So as we complete lap 24, third caution of the night here with 100 laps to go. Did Drift beat the pace car off? Wow, he did. So I think he just spared himself going 2 laps down. Or maybe not. Wilms back on track. He's 4 laps down, so. So let's set the schedule for you this week, as obviously things are starting to change up with the holidays coming up. Only 2 races on the schedule for next week on Captain TV. Wednesday night, you're going to see the final race for the Great Lakes Truck Series from the Chicagoland Speedway. And then Saturday night next week, we're at Daytona for the road course race. And it'll be the first USRC truck road course race. I'll have to go look this one up. It's got to be at least 5 years. Now, granted, we've only been back for 2 seasons in the truck series, so. But Caitlin Height going to bring them back to the green with Gann and Fontaine and Anderson and Hughes. Here we go, back to racing. Caitlin with another good jump. She's led all 25 laps so far. Uh-oh, and trouble turn number 1. Not sure who it is. I'm looking for it. I heard somebody sliding. Is it Wilms? It was Wilms. Oh, boy. Wilms just came off of pit road and... Oh, a little miscommunication, it looks like, or something happened there. That just was ugly. I think Wilms was trying to let the guys go by because he was a lap down. And unfortunately, a little miscommunication there with the pack. So unfortunate deal there. Caution out. All right, so unfortunately getting these cautions out of the way now. But let's talk real quickly about January's race. So we started to talk about it, and I was hoping we'd get a little bit of green flag in there, but I have a feeling that's coming. So with that said, January's race is going to come up rather quickly because it is going to be the night of the second day of 2021. If you do the math on that one, that would be January 2nd. That'll be the night of the first race. Now, going to be a little bit later in the evening time because we do have the sister series, the Gear Jammers, they'll likely be racing on Saturday night. So look for Saturday night, January the 2nd, will be the first Captain Invitational race. That'll be 9 o'clock Eastern time. Practice will go up at, we'll actually go up at 8:30 with practice. And we'll be starting the racing part of it at 9 o'clock. And this race, I'm still working on the title of it. But it will be Modifieds, the SK Modifieds at Oxford Plains. I promised a modified race, so we're going to start it off with Modifieds at Oxford Plains. That is going to be the first Captain Invitational race. The title of it will have something to do with New Year's and something like that, but just be ready for it. But the first Captain Invitational race, SK Modifieds at Oxford Plains Speedway. We'll have heat racing and also a 250-lap main event that night at Oxford Plains. So I think that is going to be a fantastic race. Should be some fun. And hopefully we'll get people out there and put on a good showing. But that is going to be the first race of the Captain Invitational. Will be Oxford Plains, SK Modifieds, Saturday night, January the 2nd. So looking forward to seeing hopefully those out there. But we'll get that all promoted out there to people and invite everybody from the leagues back that ran in the race in Iowa, and who knows, maybe get some more people from the forums and go from there. So, and put on a good show. All right, let's see if we can shake off the cautions. As Drift got the wave around, he'll be back on the lead lap here, and we'll go back to racing as Katie has led all 30 laps so far. 4 cautions as we go back to racing. Samuel Fontaine working the inside of Justin Gann. That is for second. Gann, who had a fantastic run at Chicagoland, unfortunately went all bad midway through the race as he was leading most of that race, unfortunately, but didn't get the finish he wanted. Out here just getting some experience with the league, and a lot of these guys are. And then, of course, you got the group of guys that are still running for the championship. But Gann doing a great job on that outside, and Kevin Anderson there in the 81 trying to hold off the 38 as, oh, Sam had to hold on. Let's ride with Justin, the Virginia driver. Got to roll that throttle down the back straightaway now. Got to roll it back to the throttle. Got to be very patient, especially on these older tires now. They do have 3 sets of tires sitting in the pits. But obviously you want to save those a little bit as Anderson gets a little loose there, and that's going to allow Harmon on the back bumper and into the inside. Here comes the Chicagoland winner last week. He's going to get a little loose here. As you see the side-by-side racing here, this is what Nashville produces. Why a lot of people think this should be on the Cup schedule. I think maybe eventually you could see it. Oh, Harmon into the wall. Oh, and that brings Dave Rowe to a turn 2 wall. And caution out for the 5th time. Let's see what happens. As looks like some of the leaders coming to pit road, especially those with damage. Ouch. 21 gets a piece of it. Dave gets, well, Thomas gets the worst of it, but Dave can easily compete for that. I got the worst of it ranking. That's just a tough angle there. I think it was just good, just tough racing. Let's see again, though. Harmon's on the bottom, on those bumps. See the splitter just bouncing off of it. And I think the 111 cuts, a little bit of net code there. You see there's a gap as the 31 kind of turns up a little bit. Or as the 38, I'm sorry. And there's the contact. I think it's just a meeting, unfortunately, of 2 trucks there. Dave nowhere to go, smashes in. Stefan smashes into Dave. He goes spinning. We'll look at it one more time. Just I think a tough situation. Short track racing, I think, chalk that up to. That's caution number 5 of this race. Harmon, unfortunately, on pit road there. Not sure if he used his reset or not, but he is a couple laps down now. Cameron Ingram in the one truck, he is a lap down now. So attrition starting to play the role tonight. Pace car lights will go off. And Caitlin going to bring it back to the green flag here. It's kind of pushing Justin up a little bit purposely to get the run down the banking. It's a little sneaky short track move you do there. Let's see if these guys can shake it off now. What has transpired tonight so far? Oh, one truck up the track. That's the 80 of Pierce. He's able to hold on as they go 3 wide there through the corners. I see 3 wide back here. Oh, they did. The 82 of Sedzillo. Nope, looks like everybody prevails. Wilm's got the lucky dog there now, 3 laps down. And Thomas Harmon, unfortunately, still in the pits. So the winner last week not going to go back to back. Back here for position. Cedric Ingram looking to the outside of Zach Alina, not able to get position. There's Michael Steffen. He's got tons of nose damage on that truck, but he is still fighting away to the inside of Ford. This is for the 6th position. Steffen, the guy that runs the Short Track Super League on Thursday nights, you see on Captain TV normally, but they're off now because of the holidays and stuff. He's running there in the 6th position. Here, Dave Rowe to the inside of Drift. Drift trying to work his way back up after falling a lap down there, involved in an accident himself. As right now we're showing 19 trucks on the lead lap, Ralph Fasano being the last. But some great side-by-side racing. Samuel Fontaine up to 3rd. How about this guy in 4th? Sean Peachin. This guy's been involved in like 3 different wrecks, and he's up in 4th with this truck. And back here for 5th, Steffen to the inside. Now, Steffen pitted recently, and he is on the freshest tires right now. Trying to be patient with that 81. Back here, another guy on fresher tires. Zach Alina in the 74 to the inside of the 71 of Jacobs. Everybody out here minding their P's and Q's right now after a little bit of the rough start, as I mentioned. We're right on board with this Bic Toyota. Now, unfortunately, you're not able to see a map tonight over on the right side of the screen. Unfortunately, Nashville in the app I use, SDK Gaming, doesn't have the settings yet for Nashville up on the track in the top right corner. So that's why you're not seeing a map of the track on the top right. So forgive us for that. Oh, Drift gets turned into the wall, front straightaway. 6 caution. Let's see what happens to him. Oh, Drift gets loose right in front of the 82, and bam, gets turned. So the 14 slides, the 82 finishes him. And here come the leaders to pit road. Let's jump to it. Their first pit stops of the night. Four tires and fuel, and Sam's going to win that race off pit road with ease. Did he? Actually had a lot of guys stay out. But Samuel Fontaine, I believe, a 2-tire stop for the 11 or for the 77 here. Interesting strategy call on his part, but Michael Steffen's going to stay out and lead this race. Dave Rowe going to be up to second. Ben Dunn's going to be third, and here we go with the pit strategy. These guys have mostly pitted already for tires, and now going to stick these leaders back mid-pack. And Thomas Harmon, he's going to come back out in that 38 truck. He must have had his reset set, because now all of a sudden he's got a fresh truck. And he is going to be some 9 laps down now in the 22nd position. And again, next week, this is where we'll be.
Next week, USRC heads back to where it all began, Daytona International Speedway. But this time, we're not here for the oval, because we're taking it to the road course, which should be some fantastic racing without the twists and turns that this road course has to offer. The only question I've got, who's going to end up in victory lane this week?
All right, there we go. Daytona next week on the road course without the second chicane. So basically, they're going to be coming off of the bus stop and running the IMSA part of the course. So they're going to come off of the bus stop, and they're going to be wide open all the way down to turn 1 of the road course, which should see speeds of close to 170 mile an hour before hitting turn 1. So I think we're in for a fun show there next week. All right, Michael Steffen going to lead him to the green here. Dave Rowe second, Ben Dunn up to third, and all these guys on older tires. The newer tires are back. At the 10th position, Samuel Fontaine. There's your new tires right there. So we'll have to watch this closely. But Steffen leading his first laps in the series. It's because it's his second career start. These guys back here on the fresher tires, they just need to be patient. They have plenty of time to get there. I say it as they're 3 wide off turn 2. Look at Justin Gann work the bottom on Drift. He goes by. Here come the tires. Oh boy, still 3 wide. They've survived so far. Caitlin Height, she is stuck in the middle there. You see the 69 back there. She is in the 13th position. Justin Gann already up to 7th. Now going to take, he takes 7th right there from Seth Zillow. So the 30 truck on its way. Going to work his way up here to the back of the 80 of Pierce. With Pease makes that pass. These tires do wear out really quickly here. Samuel Fontaine, the guy I know, we know as Gru, if you remember the broadcast of the Short Track Super League. That name sounds familiar. That is Samuel Fontaine, the one I called Gru in our broadcast. Working his way up there through the field. Cedric Ingram there in the 6th with some rear end damage. He's out here doing a good job tonight. He moves to the bottom. He's going to let Sam take that high side. Sean Peachin also, he was on pit road. So the fresh tires starting to work their way through the field here. Stefan is running away. He's got a 1.5 second lead right now on the field. And back here, Brandon Hughes under attack. Fontaine to his inside. Samuel's going to slide up there and make the move. Back here, Caitlin, who started on the pole and led every lap up until that caution. She is kind of pacing herself through the field a little bit, maybe saving the tires as she takes the 8th position away from Cedric. Right on board with Caitlin. Now the thing you got to remember about the 77 is Sam only took 2 tires. Watch out for those bumps. They will kick you sideways. Up here for 3rd, actually a battle for 2nd now, Dave Rowe. The 28 of Ben Dunn to the high side. Trying to dime in the corner, see if he slingshots to the inside here. Maybe a little bit of a, there he goes, dives it in there. And here come the fresh tires. Oh, slider, net coat, a little bit of contact. I am impressed with the 2 tires on Fontaine. What a call. Still 50 laps to go. Plenty of time as here comes Peachin and Caitlin. So Michael Steffen's lead is out to 2 seconds right now over Dave Rowe, who tries to hold that 30 truck off. Justin going to play the high side, see if he crosses him over to the bottom here. He sure does. He tries to. Dave gets a good run off the corner, though. And Justin up to 2nd. Just a matter of time, it looks like, with these tires. Let's pull up the lap time box here, and you'll see the difference in lap times here with the newer tires on Gann. Last time by, Stefan at 19.6. And Gann down in the 4s, it looks like, if I do the math right there. Let's see this time. Lap number 80, Stefan of 74, and Gann about a second faster, or a tenth of a second faster. As you see, Fontaine has gone by Dave Rowe back there for third. Did Gann burn the tires off his truck there? A little bit slow, or a little bit quicker, but not as quick. That time by, oh, another tenth. Slowly but surely bringing him in. And don't call me Shirley. Back here comes Caitlin, the pole sitter, inside of Dave. Dave lets her go for position. So the top 4 trucks now all on new tires. Here's Brandon Hughes. Brandon is on older tires, so is Ben, as they now battle it out for 7th. Of course, these guys are all like, where's these cautions at now? That were happening a little bit ago. Each into the inside of Dave. Move him up to the 5th position now. Dave back to 6th. This is all about 4 seconds back from the leader. Now last time by, Caitlin Height was the fastest truck on the track. She ran a 47 to a 79 from the leader, so 3/10. That time by, a leader in 85, Gann a 70. Caitlin Height of 54 and Samuel a 67. And there it is. The battle for the lead is on. As Caitlin and Sam almost hit each other. Sam is one of the harder people to race. He will race you hard. So that fight is on, and now up to the top goes Gann for the lead. And them two still racing for third. Samuel down on the door. So Gann to the lead. He gets him. Let's go back to this fight. I don't think Sam knows Caitlin too much. Less than 35 to go. Katie tries to push him up the track. Maybe a slider coming here. Oh, he lost the nose a little bit there. And lost the rear end again there. So finally, Caitlin gets by. Great fight there, though. As here we go, lap traffic now coming into play. Coming up on the back of Ralph Fasano, James Wilms. This is something that actually gave Justin trouble last week, was the lap traffic. Ralph's going to get out of the way. Not often we get to talk about lap traffic at a race like this. And now Katie coming up on the back of Mike for second. on, double file. This is going to hurt. Ralph gets all the way to the bottom like, I'll go, please. This is what short track racing's all about right here. The thing is, Ralph's actually no, not battling Williams. I was about to say battling Williams, but not the case. So the question now is, Joe Petrick goes a lap down. Can Katie get to Justin? Coming up on the back of the 80 truck, this is Ben Pierce. Ben started 18 minus 9, 9th. Back here at Ford, trying to catch up with Brandon Hughes. This is for the 7th position here. Also got Cody Beatty, the point leader, trying to get after 82 of Sedzillo. Beatty's been in all types of accidents tonight. Oh, Travis nails the outside wall. Up here, the leader still fighting with traffic, going by Drift, going by Cedric Ingram now. That's going to put 13 trucks on the lead lap. Saw 6 cautions in the first 65 laps of the race here, and we've had a long stretch now of almost 50 laps of green flag racing here as Kevin Anderson goes a lap down. Kevin, unfortunately, a tough run tonight after starting second. That truck's been some damage. Katie's got it down to a second if she can get around these lap trucks. .21 to go. See the 30 out there in clean air, and Drift is not letting the one go. And in fairness to Drift, he is battling that one truck up there for the lucky dog, so he's trying to get everything he can out of that truck. Oh, contact! Great battles all around the track here. 4th position as Katie gets it sideways. Ford has gotten to the back bumper of Brandon Hughes here. Still about 3/10 back, but he is there. They're both trying to catch Dave Rowe for position here. Justin's lead is expanded out to 1.5 after that last lap. Time's fallen off about a second, a little over a second now in this run. There's Justin. He is driving hard in that 30, and now nobody is between him and Caitlin. Now there is more lap traffic up ahead, but Obviously, you got to catch them first. There's still 15 to go. It's turned into a fantastic race now after a little bit of cautions at the beginning. The cream has risen to the top. The tire strategy has come into play. And now a battle for fourth as Sam's tires, I think, are starting to fall off now. Remember, he took only 2 in that last run. So the 4 tires are now starting to kind of take the advantage here. And here comes Sean Peachin. As you're learning quickly tonight, Sam is one of the toughest trucks to pass. Sean's going to make it easy, actually. Wow, nice move by the 21 to 4th. I think he just burnt the right sides off that truck, unfortunately, getting a little tight. Looks like the 81 made an unscheduled pit stop. Kevin Anderson got the damage fixed, and he is now out, and he is going to be some 3 laps down, but he's going to have fresh tires too. As you see Justin coming up on the back of lap traffic, Joe Petrick jumps out of the way. I think you're going to see most of these guys do the same thing now as we have 10 to go. Oh, Ralph Fasano bounced off the wall. The 81 gets turned right in front of the leader. And the leader's in it. Oh my gosh. As Caitlin Height just came off the pit road, I think. Or no, did she get the lead? She was avoiding the accident. Unbelievable for the second straight race. Justin Gann is leading. And contact happens. Hopefully he's got the reset, because he could probably come in and get fresh tires and just get the reset. The replay, it's going to happen up here at Ralph Fasano. Oh, Ralph gets the wall and turns down into Kevin. Kevin nowhere to go, gets a Zillow, and here comes your leader into the pack. Also, Wilms gets a piece. Joe gets a piece. Oh my gosh, and Caitlin is in. Justin stays out. Whoa! The strategy now. Fontaine, Hughes, Dunn, Helene all come to pit road. This is about to get interesting now. So we are going to probably see about a 4-lap restart here. And there are green-white checkers, all 3 of them ready to be used if needed. So Caitlin is going to come out of the pits in the 6th position. And this is going to get interesting now. I think the tempers might be getting ready to flare up here if they haven't already. So again, next week, no broadcast Monday night. This will actually be the last broadcast until Wednesday, unless I decide to stream something. You will not see us on until Wednesday night. The Great Lakes Truck Series will wrap up their season at Chicagoland Speedway. And then you'll see a couple more nights off before Saturday and the Daytona Road Course race, before we are pretty much off the air for 2 whole weeks almost. So it'll be a 3-lap restart, not a green-white checker. A 3-lap restart, which is technically a green-green-white checker. We'll see if the tires can get up there, or can Justin get away and win this race. His tires are some 60 laps old now, and Michael Steffen's on tires that are nearly 90 laps old. Now watch for the tire spin here. Pace car pulls off. And Gann's on it. Here we go. Oh, the 21 goes around. Now we will have a green-white checker. Let's see what happens. Sean Peachin was running pretty well. Not sure if he just spun the tires or if he had contact. Sean is going to be the... Let's actually... Rear Chase has been pretty cooperative all night, so let's check it out. Oh, he spun the tires, and then spun the tires again. Let's go on board. We'll listen to him. Sean pitted last at lap... Well, he's in the pits now, but I believe it was lap 57 with the leaders. Well, let's ride on board and listen. You'll hear the tire spin, I think, here. Yep, right there. So second gear, he was spinning them. He shifted to third, and his tires spun again. What he probably, and I'm not going to criticize him, he's driving a truck, and you know, he knows what he's doing. A lot of these guys know what they're doing, but in that case, I've learned that maybe the best situation there is when you start to spin the tires, shift up immediately to the next gear, because hopefully then the gear will go low enough to where it won't spin them. But still, tough situation, because you're on some 70 lap tires at that point, or 60 or 50 to 120, something like that. But anyways, 8th caution here. So if I'm Justin, Katie's on the inside now in 5th position. I'm jumping to the high side for this restart to get Michael down there with Dave, and then have Katie there, 3rd truck back. But we'll see what Justin decides. That's me. That's why I'm in the booth and haven't won many races in my life. Right, so green-white checker number 1 here at Nashville. All right. Justin back on the pedal. Good restart. Whoa, and I think this Dave Rose spun the tires, I think, maybe. And Dave is falling way back now. 1 truck off the wall, Helenen. Let's see if they can get to the white flag. Katie contact with Ford into the whoa, white flag is out. This is the final lap. And a big wreck on the front stretch. Katie looking outside of Fontaine. Not going to be enough. His second career start, his first career win. Justin Gann has won at Nashville. And Stefan plows into whoever that was on the front straightaway still. And oh, by the way, Iowa 400 winner, Justin Gann, winning at Nashville. And lighten them up. Let's go back to that finish. After we'll watch the burnouts first. Good burnout. Well done. He's had practice. So Stefan going to get second. Samuel Fontaine in his debut. Grew finishing in third. So let's, I want to go back to this finish now really quickly. And let's, who was that truck in the middle that Stefan clobbers coming to the finish? Oh, Ben Dunn is, oh my. So Ben gets stuck in the wall. That was a big pileup. Wow. Ben, I think, is trying to get going, and he is just stuck. And here come the leaders. So well done by Justin to get the win. As all of a sudden why is this happening? I must have clicked something. Anyways, all right, let's take a look at the finishing orders. Justin comes up here. You're going to see the donuts all over again. Finishing order for this race. Justin Gann, first career win. Michael Stefan, his best finish in his second start. How about this? The top three guys tonight combined 4 starts in this series. Justin Gann, his second career start. Actually 5, sorry. Stefan, his second career start, and Samuel Fontaine, his first career start. Ought to be an interesting victory lane as they will finish top 3. Caitlin Height finishes 4th, unfortunately. I think she might have been the fastest truck tonight, and unfortunately going to get 4th tonight. Brandon Hughes comes back to 5th. Cameron Ingram was a lap down. He finishes 6th. Zach Colleen in 7th. Sean Peach in 8th. Cody Beatty 9th, and Drift finishing 10th. Ford 11th. No more nicknames. Travis Adzillo 12th. Ben Dunn 13th. Dave Rowe, Ben Pierce, Sam Niederhelm, Cedric Ingram, Joe Petrick finishing in the 18th position. Looking at the rest of the finishing order, you will see Kevin Anderson 19th. James Williams finishing in the 20th position. Thomas Harmon finishing 21st. Ralph Fasano in the 22nd position, as we will go down here and talk with the winners. He's doing donuts there, as you see in victory lane. A very happy Justin Gann there. So congratulations to the Virginia driver. Not the first Virginia driver to start a race in the series. Obviously, you've had plenty. Andy Moore, Jordan Malish, just to name a few, and obviously a few more in this field. As Justin will join us up here in the booth now. Justin, you got a copy, sir? Hey, buddy. Well, nice job, man. You finally got that win. I know the light flashed in front of your eyes there a couple cautions ago when the wreck happened in front of you, and you're like, oh, here we go again. Because I think that's now the 3rd race that you've run around here that you've been involved in a wreck as the leader. But tonight it seemed like the 3rd time was a charm. You go to victory lane, and it's Talk about your feeling out there. How was the racing out there? I mean, it looked like that middle run was a lot of fun, especially you going through those lap trucks.
Really respectful and moving out of the way for me. And I think I had a lot of luck and a lot of some skill involved in there, but had a blast. I think Katie had it for sure that race, and I don't know what happened in the pits, but once I got in front of her, I knew I had to keep it.
Yeah, it looked like the biggest difference out there was, you got the restart and you made a couple moves, 3 wide there under the 14 there in turn 3 and 4, and she kind of laid back a little bit, and she got faster, but then they came down pit road with the caution that involved you, and you were able to hold off the lead there for that late restart. But talk about that real quickly. You made the 4 tire stop, and you had to go through the field.
Yeah, I definitely took it 3 wide, made it. It was a little risky, but the 77, he was really fast, and he was on my rear end all night, and I knew I had to get away from him. So hopefully, taking it 3 wide would kind of tie him up a little bit and let me pull away, which it seemed to work. I seen he followed me right down there. We made it through safely, but it was fun, man, all around. Really respectful racing and had a blast. And once I got caught up in that caution, I was just hoping that enough cars would stay out to keep those fresh tires, further back there.
Mm-hmm. Is this when I kind of scare you and shock you and tell you that the 77 only took 2 tires?
Uh, no, I didn't notice that because when we pit, he he came out before me and he was back behind me, so I knew he only took two. So I knew I had a little bit of an advantage there. But I looked at the inside tires and they really weren't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably tested that out in practice and knew what he could pull off.
Well, he did a great job. You did too, man. Congratulations. Welcome to Victory Lane and USRC, and send shout outs whoever you want to.
Got to thank the sponsor for the truck, RB Rigs. If you're looking for a custom PC,
Mm-hmm.
definitely give them a shout. I got to thank Chris, you up in the booth, putting on the league and the broadcast, and just everybody racing tonight, man. It was awesome. I had a blast.
I think you might want to mention one other person.
My wife.
Well, she too. I think a guy named KC might be a little interested in saying hi to. All right, for those.
Yeah, I got to thank Forex.
For those who don't know, we're actually teammates on a team that in other leagues and stuff like that. So I had to throw that to him. But no, Justin, nice job, man. In all seriousness, and congrats on your win, bud.
All right, appreciate it. We gotta get some more Forex guys out here.
I heard that. KC and Jim and all you guys. Anyways, nice job, bud.
Appreciate it, Chris.
All right, buddy. Justin Gagnon, winner there. He good guy there. By the way, he runs Swift too. Should give them a little shout out too. It's a league that they're doing a bunch of recruiting right now. They're going to be starting up soon. Basically runs ARCA through Cup Series Monday through Thursday. So if you're looking for a weekday series, check them out. Also, I'll be running there in the near future. But anywho, let's go to our second place guy, the boss man, as I like to call him here, Michael Steffen. Kind of showing the talent tonight. I mean, when I've covered you, usually, unfortunately, you've had a couple from another team kind of dominate you guys. But tonight, you get out there in that truck, you pull out to a second lead on older tires, led some laps, and finish second, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. No, it felt pretty good all night. Just those two other guys were rockets, and then we had that long green flag run. We probably through the SCSL probably did close to 1,000 laps there, so we know that track really well from another series we ran. So we're just lucky to run with the big boys because we're used to short tracks. So this was
right in that wheelhouse. But hey, you show what you can do, obviously, and that's why we're all out here to have a good time, and you can learn a little bit with this series and stuff, and talk about some of the things you have learned, because obviously you did have a couple wrecks at the beginning you were involved in. You tire strategied, and that got you up there towards the front, and then obviously you held on. You were on tires that were nearly 100 laps old.
Yeah, it was early on. Just that was that unfortunate as far as that bang play there. Couldn't do much about that, but yeah, it was. We were debating on doing 4 or 2 tires at the end, and we ended up not having to do any. We almost had that full
green flag run with that last caution. So it was kind of dicey there at the end, but I was going to pit in, but I was kind of just halfway thinking about it, and I just kind of stayed out, realizing there's a few laps left. So that's one thing I have to learn, just the pit strategy. We're way out of whack there on fuel and pit and tires as far as the NASCAR stuff.
Well, you did a good job. I mean, heck, your moneymaker boys second and third, so you grew there, finishing third. Send shout out to whoever you want to, brother.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Sam's helped me tremendously throughout the past 6+ months. Just learned a lot of racecraft setups, obviously, as well. So the whole squad there, those guys are instrumental to making me better each and every week.
Well, great job, man. Appreciate it. And I know we'll be talking here about the Short Track Super League on Thursday nights here in the near future. Something tells me a birdie. I got a little birdie that always flies above me. Tells me 2 races in one night in the future. I'm leaving that alone. Nice job, buddy.
Nice job.
All right, thanks. I'll see you next week at the Roadie.
Yeah, the Roadie. Sounds good. Which we're going to put a practice up afterwards in case you're interested. So, nice job. All right. And notice Dave rose really quickly in the chat because he wants to hear from his new hero, Sam Fontaine. That's a true statement, by the way, Sam. Finishing in the third position tonight, Sam. Your debut out there, and you did a great job, man. You went out there, ran out front all night, and ended up getting yourself a top 3, and even used a little bit of a 2-tire strategy to get that top 3.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun race at the end, and with Mike finishing second, a teammate. So it was pretty fun, man. A pretty clean race, and seriously, it was really, really fun.
So, what made you go 2 tires on that last stop?
Actually, I don't know if you realized during the race, but I was pretty much caught behind the 30. So I was trying to win some track positions. So like this, I didn't have them in my in my surroundings, so I could just do my thing and keep going forward. But didn't pay much because I got stuck behind the guy on the outside line, and
It happens, but and I did notice you two were both behind Katie, who was kind of dominating that race, and you two had a really cool battle. I thought. I mean, it seemed like really clean, really tight racing there for a couple of laps. Talk about that there at the end of the race.
It was pretty fun actually. With Katie, my only goal was to protect a little bit the second and third spot with my teammate, and and yeah, so I keep the inside line. I didn't want it to run over Mike, and just doing my thing, trying to keep my car clean like I did the whole race. And seriously, it was a really fun race. I really thought I'd lose at the end my third spot, like on the start finish line, but yeah, pretty much that. The battles are so good in that series. It's really fun.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time tonight, my friend, and we'll have a little talk with you after the race or whatever. Dave or somebody can talk to you about racing Katie. Some people have experience in here with racing Katie, and you did the good things tonight and didn't wreck her, so good job on that. But send shout outs to whoever you want to.
Good job, man. So yeah, I want to thank you, man, for the invite in the league. Seriously, it's a short track. We don't have much speed. The line is really, really tight of turn 2 mostly. And seriously, the league is pretty clean. It's really fun. And for you, again, for the broadcast. And Moneymakers Motorsport, man, the guys with who we are racing, working the whole weeks to work on setups and do the big race. So shout out to them too.
Well, nice job on your end, Sam, tonight. Proud of you, brother, and we will see you next week. All right, Sam Fontaine there, finishing in third. So that's your top 3, all pretty much newcomers to the league, which is awesome. First-time winner tonight. Stefan finishing second, Fontaine finishing in third, and I do agree, Dave, this was a fantastic race, and hopefully everybody did wrong button. Enjoy their evening. So I'm actually going to keep the stream up and running now. I'm actually going to restart the stream just to separate the race and the practice. But I'm going to go put up a 2-hour practice at the Daytona Road Course so that these guys can get some laps and hopefully many laps this week around this road course and get them used to what they're going to feel out here on the 3-mile road course at Daytona. So should be a lot of fun. But I'm going to sign off for now. And as per usual, as we like to say, this ain't just any kind of racing. This is iRacing. See ya.